shall begin with the contemplation of from verse 37 where we paused last time. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yatkrupatamaham vande paramanandamadhavam yatkrupatamaham vande sadgurum chandrashekharam. So last time when Bhishma began his stuti, we saw that the form that Bhishma looks forward to, or the one that is his Ishta, is Parthasarathis form. And we saw the description in the previous verses also, how Bhishma, in his heart of hearts, he has this form of Bhagavan embedded in his mind, and that is the one he is contemplating, meditating upon. This Yogishwara Bhishma, Parthasarathi, is standing right in front of him. Now he is in the Krishna form. He is not with all the kavacha and kundala and all that is necessary for war. Nevertheless, that Krishna is standing in front of him, and Bhishma still sees that reflection that he saw in the war. And he continues with his description. With that same image in his heart, he says, how Bhagavan always wants to protect his devotees. And this verse, Bhishma reminds himself of an instance where Bhagavan gives up his own promise to uphold his devotees' promise. So the context in Mahabharata is like this. Before the Mahabharata war, Krishna had made it clear that he would not be taking up arms and fighting. He would not wield any kind of weapon in the war. We saw that instance when Arjuna and Duryodhana approached Krishna. We just quoted that instance in Kunti Stuti. So at that time itself, he had made it clear that he is not going to wield any weapons, whether it be his chakra, his kaumodaki, or his sharanga dhanush, or his whatever, his nandaka and so on. None of the weapons he is going to wield. He is not going to take an active part in the war, but he is going to be there. That was his promise given to both sides before the war itself, that I am not going to actively participate. Now, listening to this pratignya of Bhagavan, Bhishma had made his own vow that I will fight the war in such a way, such that Krishna is made to take up a weapon. Krishna is made helpless almost, that he has to uphold a weapon. He has to pick up some weapon. That was the promise, that vow that Bhishma took. Now both these are in opposition to each other. One of them has to break his vow. Bhishma remembers and he says, Swanigamam apahaya, O Krishna, you gave up your own vow. Nigamam here means the promise that one has made. The vow that one has taken up is called as Nigamam. Swanigamam. Krishna, you, apahaya means to just throw it away. You threw away your own promise that you had made. Why? Why did you do that? You are also known as Satya Pratignya. You should not be throwing away your promise. Why did you do that? So that you could make my promise come true. Mat Pratignyam, my vow, Ritam Adhikartum. Rita means Satya. Okay. Adhikartum, to make that true. So this was the promise. So this is the context where Krishna's promise was he would not take up any weapon. Bhishma's promise being the opposite, that I will make Krishna pick up a weapon. So what did you do? How did you break this promise and why did you do that? Rathasthaha avaplutaha. You are seated on the chariot. The charioteer has his place. The driver has his seat. There you are seated. Suddenly you jumped away from there. You jumped down from the charioteer's seat And what did you do? Dhrita Ratha Charanaha. You held up the Ratha Charana. Ratha Charana means the leg of the chariot. The chariot's leg is usually the wheels of the chariot are known as the legs of the chariot. So basically a wheel. You picked up the wheel of the chariot and abhyayat. Abhyayat means abhikramana, to come forward with aggression. That is abhyayat. In an attacking manner, you attacked. Chaladguhu. Chaladguhu means your walk was just making the whole world tremble. Here, guhu means Prithvi. It comes from the word goho. Go also means Prithvi. So, Chalat Guhu, as you are walking, the whole earth is trembling. The commentator says, see, the whole Bhuvana is within Krishna. And when he is moving with this aggression, the whole world is trembling. That's how the commentator looks upon that Chalat Guhu, Abhyayat Chalat Guhu. And how was that? Bhishma, this grandsire, so old, he is grandsire for everybody who is fighting here. He is standing there like an elephant, protecting the whole of the Kaurava army. And Krishna is coming towards him like a lion would. Haririva hantum ibham gatottariyaha. How did he come? While he ran towards Bhishma, his upper garment just flew away and fell off on that seat of the chariot itself. Uttariya means the upper garment that one is wearing is called as Uttariya. Gata Uttariya means that just fell off. That upper garment just fell off. The one he was wearing on top, that fell off. Abhyayat Chaladguhu. Here Harihi means lion. So the word Hari has a lot of connotations. Here the word Hari means lion. And with Shlesha Alankara, we can also use it for Hari himself here, which is Krishna. So, Harihi ibham hantumiva. Ibha means elephant. Just like an elephant moves to kill, the lion moves to kill an elephant, similarly you attacked me who was there. So this came up because Bhishma was so ferociously waging the war. And Arjuna, either due to he still had that this is my grandfather, and he was not looking to attack as ferociously as he would. Arjuna was not waging the war up to his limits. Arjuna was just being a little soft. And at that point, how many ever times Krishna told Arjuna, no, this cannot be how you cannot fight against Bhishma like this. That ferocity, fierceness in Arjuna did not wake up. And hence, Krishna does this, that he picks up the chariot's wheel itself. So there are two versions here. It can also mean Krishna picked up his own discus. The wheel refers to Ratha Charana, can mean, it just means a wheel. His own Sudarshana Chakra he picked up and he rushed towards Bhishma. Or he just picked up a wheel that is lying on the ground. It is a war field. There will be so many parts of the chariot that are fallen here and there. He just picked up one of the pieces that are strewn around and then he rushed towards Bhishma. So both depictions you can see. There are pictures where you will see Krishna holding up a chariot's wheel on top of his head like this and rushing. Or also holding a Sudarshana Chakra on his fingers and rushing towards Bhishma. So both are acceptable. So we say someday chariot's wheel because if he had picked up his own Sudarshana Chakra, then he would be giving up his vow also. But for Krishna it is actually okay. Because he wants to uphold his devotee's vow, his devotee's promise. Some others also say that he picked up a chariot, that chariot's wheel that is fallen there, and therefore did not pick up his own weapon also. So in both ways it can be interpreted that Ratha Charanaha, that the word used there, means a wheel. So it can refer to the Sudarshana Chakra or to the wheel that was strewn upon on the ground. And hence he rushed towards Bhishma like this. That is the vision that Bhishma remembers. That Bhagavan, for his own sake, for Bhishma's sake, there was nothing else. There was no necessity for Bhagavan to do that. Why is Krishna rushing towards him? For Bhishma's sake, because of the vow that I have taken up, Krishna is rushing towards me. Oh, what a vision, what a vision, what a sight that I had that day, that I remember today, says Bhishma lying there. He says that this is how it was. Now, this word Gatottariyaha here, that the final word of this verse, many Mahatmas have uh, so beautifully, whenever in Bhagavata, in many places, there are such beautiful verses and phrases where Mahatmas immerse themselves. So we saw that Bhagavata is not just some poetic, some description. It is where that mind in the samadhi of a devotee, it immerses itself and comes about with so many interpretations, so many meanings. And when you connect yourself with Bhagavan, that is why you read the Stuti. The Stuti is not just to see some literal meaning and go over it. It is to connect ourselves with that Murti of Bhagavan. So Krishna Premi Anna, who is known as Shri Anna, some of you who are around in Tamil Nadu and South India, you might have heard of him. Nevertheless, he has given multiple interpretations for just this one word. Like this, there is there in multiple places in Bhagavata, various Mahatmas have given their own interpretations. To just show the depth of how these stutis are interpreted, we will see some interpretations of Gatottariya. If you listen in his voice itself in Tamil, and if you know the language, then you would be enthralled. Nevertheless, we will try to see the various interpretations and immerse ourselves here. So the word Gatottariyaha literally means he just dropped off his upper garment, the Angavastra that is there, that drops off. So that drops off, why does he drop it off? He would have held on to it and just rushed. No. So Krishna, he's saying, so that upper garment which flew over and fell on the seat of on his own seat, there it is to show that okay, I have a Shankha Chakra, I have all other Ayudhas, but that is not necessary to protect Arjuna. To protect Arjuna, only this Uttariya is more than enough. And that is why I am leaving this Uttariya there on my seat. And the first meaning is to protect Arjuna, I am leaving this Uttariya, Gatottariya. Similarly, it is also to let the opposition army know that, see, I am jumping off the charioteer's place and I am rushing towards Bhishma. So you people do not think that there is no one to take care of the chariot. The charioteer is still there, and therefore he leaves this Uttariya there, Gatottariya. So the opposition army should know that there is a person there, that the charioteer is not lost. See, in war usually, in many places the charioteer might get killed. It is not the case here. I am letting you know that some person is still there. It is just temporarily and moving away. Also, see, in many places when you go to an upanyasam or something, at any place, we have this habit where there's a lot of crowd, you put one kerchief there on the chair, or you keep a bottle, you keep some marking there and say, no, I'm going to return, this place is already reserved. So Anna says that many people probably want to become Arjuna's charioteer. Arjuna is a great Rathi. Many people are desiring to be his charioteer. Krishna says, see, don't think I have left this place for some new entrant. There is no new requisition here. I am there. I have just temporarily moved away. I am holding the spot. So to hold the spot, he is putting his Uttariya there and he has just moved away. I am going to return back to say that. He says, Gatottariyaha. Also, when you rush with anger, you have no idea what you're doing. So now, he show that anger towards Bhishma is just rushing, and that you don't know what is falling off your body, you don't know what is going. Like that, his Angavastra has just fallen away, and he is rushing with anger towards Bhishma, and therefore that also Gatottariya. Similarly, now he is saying, see, my pratigna was there, and that I will not take up any weapon. Now I am putting that pratigna aside for the sake of this dharma yuddha. I am not doing something, I am not hiding something and breaking my pratigna. I am just openly breaking my pratigna for everyone to see. And it is for the sake of my devotee and to uphold the dharma, I will break even my own pratigna. So I am not trying to hide anything, to show that he has thrown open his Ankavastra, and openly I am doing that. Okay, so all of you can see that I am straightforward. There is nothing that I am hiding here, and therefore he throws away his Angavastra, Gatottariyaha. Similarly, all the horses are there that are that are usually under his control. Now he has jumped off the chariot seat. The horses should not go out of his control, and therefore, for the horses to know that the chariot is still present, don't think you can rush anywhere. The control is still there. For the horses to have an indication, he says, Gatottariyaha, and also to give that Vakshasthala Darshana to Bhishma. So his armor is still there, the armor is pierced, and he wants to show Bhishma, see, I am here to protect you. I know the pratigna that you did. I know you wanted this vision, and to give you this vision, that vision of that aggressive Krishna, the attacking Krishna, I am here. See me. And therefore he takes off his Angavastra and he gives that vision to Bhishma, and hence Bhishma says, Gatottariyaha. So, like this, these are few of the interpretations I have given, multiple more interpretations like this. Each devotee, when they go through the stutis, they embed themselves, they immerse themselves in that stuti, and that is how you revel in that pleasure of those stutis. Stuti is not just to, we see the meaning in many places, we are seeing almost the literal meaning. You delve into it, you just drown into that bliss, and you try to engage with the stuti. So with this, we have just contemplated on a single verse today. We will contemplate on the remaining 5 verses in the next class. We will meet again on next Saturday. Now, for other doubts, we have seen just one verse today, so I hope you do not have many doubts. Nevertheless, if there are any, you may raise your hands and we can answer some questions. Since yesterday we were in Kurukshetra, as I had told in the event, so that is why we could not have the class yesterday. And sorry for the delay in beginning the class today. Nevertheless, we will have class again next week as usual. Vandana, you may speak.
Ram Ram Mahodaya,
Ram.
very beautiful class today. Especially this last part was eye-opening. It was very, very nice description. Two questions. When you were reading the shlokas, certain places like the Padavi Bhaga you said Be Ekara was there.
Yes.
I'm a student of Samskrita, so very curious where you used like Ambe was there.
Yeah, yeah.
That
In
one
this
I
shloka, for
remember.
example, there are two ekaras, both ekara lopa. I think some people had asked it on the question answer also during the shloka itself.
Okay.
Ekara lopa. If
Oh,
you are Vyakara
Ekara
student, it is
Lokas.
lopa shakalyasya.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, Mahodaya. And then,
Usually, that is how it happens. In most of the verses you see, it is usually should be a ayadi sandhi, but many
okay,
places across literature, the lopa only is followed, the ekara lopa.
okay, okay. And then in the first stuti only, why does Bhishma tell, I mean, why does he take that pratigna that he wants Krishna to fight?
Uh, so that is, see, in Virya, when you are in war, you want to show yourself, you want to have a motivation to do the war very well. That's why Kshatriyas mainly take Pratigna for this. Many places you see, it is to show that you can do something, it is to show your power. Okay.
Mm.
So here in this case, it's also a relation between the devotee and the Bhagavan. But nevertheless, in many places, this is not the only pratigna that was taken during the war. In the war, there are many pratignas that were taken by both sides here and there. Each one will do a pratigna. So it is basically to show that, see, I am going, come what may, I am going to do this. If that fellow says, no, I am going to try to, that's how you win a war. You try to
Yeah.
one up the other person. So, in a very common sense, that is the way. Here, there is a beautiful relationship between the devotee and Bhagavan also in doing that.
Okay, okay. Thank you very
It is
much.
basically Bhishma telling that I am going to wage a war so ferociously that even Krishna will have to do that. He is going to be made helpless to be that Pandavas cannot just control me. That is the way I am going to wage the war to show that.
Understood. Thank you.
Ashok Mahodaya, you can allow to talk. Yes. Yeah, may speak.
Namaste, Mahoday. Actually, I'm worrying, is like an old question or old point that, at the end of the, meanings of all the phrases of the Sanskrit one, the light meaning of the whole sloka to be given. You said you will give, but I have seen the Kunti Suti also, you are not given the meaning of the whole sloka. Only,
Probably I will share my screen and show you where it is in this thing. It is given in the. Okay, I don't have it immediately. Probably I will keep it ready in the next class. You have been asking for Kunti Stuti, it is already there. For Bhishma Stuti, I have not yet uploaded. But for Kunti Stuti, except the last 3-4 verses, I think for all the verses, I have given running translation in the notes.
but
It's
I
there.
mean, is it
Yeah.
the same PDF which is there or some other PDF you have given? That
Not in this PDF. As I said last week, it is in the notes part. I hope one of you, if you can take a screenshot and share it on the group or something. I think some of you should
give
have
me
seen
some,
it.
give me
If
some,
you can share it
give me
on the
some hint there.
WhatsApp group and show, just circle it and show that the notes are there. I think
Give
somebody
me some
already
hint.
shared it. Nevertheless, if you can do that once more, that would be helpful.
You give me some clue. I will search again. You give me some
Huh?
clue where it is. You give me
Yeah, see,
some
the
clue where.
course materials are uploaded. There are many accordions on the left side. If you go to the course materials, you will see class 1, class 2, class 3, and under each one there will be video, audio, and PDF. So before all the classes on top, there is a notes, class notes or something is the name of that. So under that, there's a PDF which has the running meaning and special notes also. So instead of
Some
in the side,
sir,
it is in a format where you can study it and answer the questions.
so I search, but I could not find. I
It
searched
is in
that.
a
I
more
could not
readable
find.
format, the whole thing. Mm. So we will try to share the link or something. I think that's it for today. There are no more raised hands. Very nice. We just contemplated our one verse today. The remaining two more hands being raised. Okay, Radha, you can speak, and then Anjali.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. Like, sorry. What I want to say is like this PDF of Bhishma Stuti, like
Ah,
beforehand, it is uploaded beforehand. Because here to get that Xerox, without Xerox for me to study is really difficult. Like I have a
I understand. Got it. Got it. We will upload it as soon as possible. Yes.
and
Yes.
mark the divisions like till here first we have to speak, then second. Then without it, for me, it becomes totally blank. I am like half of that Bhisham Stuti I missed because I was not having the Xerox with me. So
Okay.
kind request now, like next whatever we are learning, kindly upload beforehand because here in
Sure.
before we like
Yes.
to get a Xerox, I have to go 5 kilometers away. So
Oh,
I go and get the Xerox and then I'll be very comfortable.
got it.
Yeah, I missed half part. Really, I couldn't learn Bhishma Stuti half because I was not having Xerox. After 3 days, I got the Xerox, and now a half.
Ah,
So happy today learning. Like I have Xerox, I made a division, and for later on revising, I'll be very comfortable. So
ah.
Gurudev,
Yes.
and a really wonderful class. The like I
Yes. We will try to upload for Dhruva Stuti also earlier. Yes. Thank you. नमः सर्वेभ्यः राम 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 अग्रिमशनिवासरे पुनः द्रक्ष्यामः नमः सर्वेभ्यः